Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. Welcome to this bonus reading. It's pretty much for the sun sign season time of Aquarius, so until, mid to end part there of February. But anytime you read is probably going to be important for you. That's way too many. We're not doing that. So I wanted to help you use this energy, and it is an air sign. And so when things and ideas and enlightenments come to us, the ability to ground, to manifest. And so these cards have very much a very earthy feel to them, but you're the second sign I've done, and you also received chakra, the root chakra, and so I guess this grounding energy is really important, maybe for the collective. So you have the card of home, and you have the card of possessions, and so this is shelter, safety, and warmth, nurturing, belonging, finances. It's your resources. These are the energies that are really in your mind right now. It says, enjoy the pleasures of a balanced material life, cultivate, honor, organize, and share. And the home is a reflection of your state of being. Nurture the nature of your living in sanctuary. And so, okay, that's why they're emphasizing that word organize. So, Aries, if your life is feeling a little messy, start with organizing in the home space, because when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you see is your bedroom, your bathroom, maybe the kitchen. And so these areas that start your day, the energy that you sleep in. And so I know that for me, I used to say my bedroom was the final frontier, because I didn't want to, I was busy, and it was always like just throw everything in the room so the rest of the house looked good. But then I would wake up in the morning, that was the first thing I would see, and it was exhausting. It literally drained my energy. And so take some time to organize the space that you spend the most time in. That should be the bedroom, right? And then maybe the kitchen and the bathroom, and then work your way out from there. So that when you walk through the door, try to figure out ways where people don't have their shoes all over and you can't even step through the door. The things that make your home feel uncomfortable are things to be focusing on. You have the card of hematite. Hematite is a very healing stone, but it says grounding. And so, again, this grounding energy around your possession with the moonstone of cycles. And so there is a cyclical nature to things, and even though we aren't quite to spring yet, by the time we get to spring, Aries, you have a very powerful springtime energy coming up, and I want to say get yourself organized prior to that. Because you'll have two new moons, and one of them is an eclipse. The North Node is still in Taurus at the time of the eclipse, but it's close enough that to that 29 degrees, and it's unusual to get two new moons in a single sign season, but you have one at 1 degree and you have one at 29 that's an eclipse. And so this is like the shot across the bow. Your life is in for a major change over the course of the next 2 years. And so as that North Node slides into your sign and you have this energy coming toward you, using this time now to recalibrate, to reorganize, to figure out what is of importance, to make your home base a place that is a sanctuary that you can work out from, is what it feels like. And so with this cycles of this moonstone here, this is about the eclipse cycle coming toward you. This is about being aware and grounding your energy right now, creating a nurturing place to go home to ground at the end of the day. And get your finances in order. Get your assets in order, right? And so get yourself organized financially and organized physically around the home in order to open up the doors of opportunity that are coming in. Because when our life is messy, then it makes it really hard for us to, it makes it hard for us to see the opportunities when they come to us. But they're also saying, when we're in this messy energy, our energy becomes messy. And so you want clear energy, so you're attracting high vibrational opportunities, which the North Node in your sign will be bringing. So in order to be able to match that energy frequency, you'll want to right now get your books in order, get your house in order, get your stuff in order. And so at this time, it's like spring cleaning a little early. It's pre-spring cleaning, but it's really important because that spring season really kicks off for you, your season, and right away with the new moon. And so I would say actually, between now and Saturn gets into Pisces March 7th, and for some reason they're showing me that. So between now and then, I think because then Pisces, for if you're an Aries rising, for instance, that's your 12th house. But it is for everybody that 12th house. It's that energy of the dreams and the goals and the wishes, and Saturn's going to come in and create structure, and Saturn says, are you doing the work? If you are, then you can have the reward. And so get yourself set up for that. This is going to be a very beneficial cycle. You only have Jupiter in your sign until like middle of May. And so using this as an opportunity to expand and really use this energy while it's available to you, really great. Also, you have Chiron. Chiron's the wounded healer, and he's hanging out in your sign right now. And that is around the nurturing and the love that we should have had as a child that we don't all necessarily get. And so show yourself that nurturing and that care by showing yourself that you care for yourself enough to live in an environment that is comfortable, that you feel safe and secure, and your finances are in order. So you have here the ancestors call, see their wisdom. Okay, we'll put a pin in that because I'm actually going to pull cards for you from a deck so we can get messages from our ancestors. So I'm just going to kind of let that sit there for a minute, and let's get you a, at least one, spirit guide animal to be working with their energy over the course of these next, I would say 4 to 6 weeks for you coming up here. Okay, wow, these cards are just kind of jumpy. All right. Aries. Oh, you get 1. You get 2. I don't know if you heard it snap, but when it snaps shut, that means the bottom one also. Ooh, you have the prairie dog and the raccoon. They're actually next to each other here. Okay, so they're both very alert. And the prairie dog, I'm going to go to the book. I don't want to miss this message. What it feels like is they're very alert and they're very protective of their home. And the raccoon is wearing a mask. And since that was at the bottom, I almost feel like you need to be protecting your possessions. Get your cybersecurity up to date. Make sure that you're paying attention to those things. I feel like your possessions might really be, so the raccoon is the generous protector, carries the energy of the underdog, of the protector of the underdog, and provides for the young, the infirmed, and the elderly. The little bandit, may be telling you to look around and see who needs your strength at this time. Speak up in defense of others instead of remaining silent with others that are gossiping. Maybe it's time to share the bounty of your time, energy, or possessions with the less fortunate. But remember to help those in need develop their own protected skills. And so for those of you that are parents, this really feels like this is around the energy of your kids, right? This energy around the home. So check in when your kids come home, have those conversations, ask them how their day was, and really, really pay attention, because that mask, it feels like somebody's masking information. They may be saying, no, everything is fine. Again, I feel like you should check social media and just make sure, kids don't like it when we have their passwords, but to protect them, we kind of need their passwords. And so, take their phone and take a look and see what's going on. It also says to provide for your own needs, or your well will be dry when you choose to give generously, right? So this is part of that self-care, self-love, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself kind of energy so that you can take care of others. You have to put your oxygen mask on first when the pressure drops in the cabin. The prairie dog teaches strength and inspiration that can be found retreating into the stillness that quiets the mind, right? So if you need to pull your energy in and disengage, because that gossiping word comes back again from the outside world. Make your home your retreat. Make your home your place that you want to spend time for now. I know you're a fire sign and you like to get moving and everything, but when we're completing the end of the cycle, you feel that and you'll want to start pulling your energy in and disengaging a little bit. The silence and the inactivity is where you can access your dreams and your visions. That's the energy of that Pisces, right? And so I really feel like this is a very powerful opportunity. Neptune is going, say that again, Maggie. That's what I just said, sorry. Saturn is going to be in Pisces while the North Node is in your sign, like the entire time. And so these two energies are really working together. They're creating structures around your dreams and your visions, and they're pointing in that direction. And then the North Node is going to move into Pisces, where you've been doing this construction work. And so you have a real opportunity to really create something magnificent for yourself. So what is the big dream? What are you trying to do? It says, without the intrusions of worldly chaos. Again, we come back to there is a need for you to tidy up the space that you spend time in, so that your mind is clear, so that you can feel comfortable, so you can dream and work on things that you want to, even if that work is happening in your sleep time. Prairie Dog reminds you that pushing too hard can create a resistance that does not allow for interaction. Take a break, give it a rest. After a comfortable and relaxed time, you can return with a fresh perspective. So this is part of that cyclical nature. There's a need for you to ground, a need for you to take some time for yourself over the next 4 to 6 weeks, right? To really get comfortable with who you are, ground your energy, allow this cycle. This is a nesting time for you. So nest. You know, maybe you've been wanting to paint that bedroom a new color and change the bedding or something. This is a great time to invest in doing that, creating a sanctuary for yourself. So it also is a great opportunity for you to use that creative energy that you have in spades to do something that's really good and healthy for you. Wow, so much. Okay. Wow, I really only wanted one, and they keep giving me 3. I'm not a fan. We're going to pick one to read completely. Well, Spirit's going to pick it. And the other 2 we're going to take a look at, so that I make sure that I give you the primary, the most important message. Okay, so we're going to, this is the primary message. Let's take a look at this. So, it says you don't have to do it all. You've done your part. Now let us do ours. And you would be awestruck to know how much strings are being pulled for you. This is a cycle where of pulling your energy in and resting and allowing some things to just fall into place. So there's things that you're trying to create or construct or whatever in your life, but they're outside of the realm of your energy can't put them in place. They have to come together, and Spirit's working the puzzle. So maybe you're working on the inside and they're doing the border and getting things organized, right? So allow things to come into place. Spirit has a plan and timetables. Talks about the timetables. Remember, Spirit's timetables and idea of how things will play out may be quite different from yours, and so trust us. And so again, we come back to the cycles. There's a cyclical nature. So this is a time for you to rest into ground and to allow things to, I really feel like springtime really moves you forward. And so allow things to fall into place. There's always more than one side to an argument. At least 2 sides, if not more. We suggest that instead of looking for the differences you find a meeting place of agreement, approach this experience and understanding with compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn from. And so there's an opportunity here. For those of you who are in the home space, struggling with family members is what it feels like. It's time to have a real conversation. Who's hiding behind a mask here, and who's not sharing all the information? And unless you're actually listening and paying attention and allowing yourself to see things from other people's vantage point, be on the lookout like the prairie dog for opportunities, right? And so really looking around to see what's going on. All right, here we go. Dearest you, all your prayers are heard and mirrored back to you from the unseen realms. Be grateful, praise things before they manifest, and always ask for the highest good. When you plead and beg, that will bring you only more reasons to plead and beg. Instead, offer your prayers and sacred gifts as a testament to your faith in the higher power. Open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditations as a way to become empty so that you'll be ready to be filled when they inspire epiphanies, peace, and understanding and joy. So again, we come back to that resting, right? That resting and nesting. This is a time. So, all right, let's take a look at money for a second. Like the bills are coming in and you're wondering how you're going to pay for them. And you don't say, God, I just need the money to pay for these bills. That's pleading and begging. And instead you say, I'm grateful that I'll be able to pay these bills. Not sure how. I trust the universe will bring me the money. And you have to believe. You can't just say this stuff. You have to really believe that it'll show up, and then you have to be on the lookout for the opportunity or whatever to see it, right? And so you have to also understand the cycles, the ebb and flow of things. And so, learning to manage your resources, your time, your emotion, your finances. Remember, we have the finance card come up here. And so if things feel a little tight, then, then just pull your energy in and look for ways to entertain yourself or whatever that are less expensive, but knowing that that's going to expand. You've got Jupiter in your sign. Things are going to expand. The North Node is moving in your sign. Things are going to expand. So have faith in the process and allow the cycles, the pieces that need to fall into place and not be so worried about that. So open up and let Spirit move through you and comfort you. Add meditation as a way to become empty so you'll be ready to be filled with inspired epiphanies, peace, understanding, and joy. In this moment, your prayers are being answered for the highest good for both you and all life. Sometimes what you pray for is not supposed to happen for you, and your prayers will be answered in surprising ways. At this moment, we are listening intently to your prayers and want you to know that your highest good is our priority. All is well. So go ahead and rest and take care of yourself. This is what, remember it said the ancestors call, seek their wisdom. Their wisdom is, hang on, work from an attitude of gratitude, and we're working the problem for you. We're finding the solution, and you just need to let these cycles happen. So ground your energy, pull your energy in, do what you can in the space that you are in, and let us take care of the rest. That's what they're saying. And let us take care of the rest. You can only do what you can do. All right? Not from fear, but from gratitude. I hope you find that helpful. Aries, I'm on Facebook every day. And if you haven't checked out your weekly videos, those come out on Sundays. You guys take good care. And I will see you back here next week.